Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by the shop. As you know, the channel's Outside Screwball and I'm Chuck. And today is Tuesday's TiTs number 5. As you can see, I got my custom cap I made on here. Cut the brim off of it. Got my little light here that I can use working on the Suburban, and I'll cut away to that and show you the initial startup. Well, I thought I'd give you an update on the rear oil main seal repair. So I got the book, and step 1 of the book: remove negative terminal off the battery. Okay, that was done. That's simple. Hey, raise vehicle up and put stands underneath it. Okay, well, vehicle's up in the air, got stands underneath it. And number 3, remove the transmission oil pan drain plug and drain the transmission. Well, that's when the trouble began. Huh. Pretty simple thing here, right? There's the drain plug, and as you can see, it's mutilated. Somebody had gotten a wrench on it prior to me, so I never serviced this vehicle. I always had it done, and I was rounded off, and so I went to work with it, couldn't get it, so went with a chisel, tried to break it loose, pounded on it, couldn't get it. So that's when the trouble began. So I had to basically drop the pan to get the fluid out of it. Not fun, but it's the next step that had to be done. So got the first half shaft undone, and you can see I've got the exhaust is unhooked and laying down, and going to continue on. I thought I'd get a jump on it before my buddy showed up yesterday, and got about maybe hour and a half or 2 hours of what I'm doing, and got a call today. My buddy can't make it, so I'm on my own for right now, and we'll continue on. Okay, well, we're back, and as you can see, I got a start on the removal of the transmission, and as I said in the video, my buddy wasn't able to show up, so I did get started on my own. And today's video, there's not going to be any machining. On Saturday, I managed to go out and work on the truck in the morning, and pretty much dejected. As I started to use the transmission jack to reach the transmission, I couldn't. It wouldn't reach high enough. Everything seemed to be a problem, and honestly, I got frustrated really fast, and I know better. So I walked away, and I needed some therapy, some time off from it, and so I spent Saturday morning cleaning my machine room, which was a lot of work, but it was soul cleansing. And there goes my automatic light. Okay, back on. So that was soul cleansing. Felt really good about it. And today's Sunday, and came back out, sat down in my chair underneath the truck, and took a look and said, oh yeah, there we go, that's how we do it, and been moving forward on it. So right now I'll cut away and I'll show you where the truck is in the sense of being taken apart. Well, here's the update. The exhaust is out of the vehicle. Couldn't get it out without pulling the cross member, which is laying there on top of the drive shaft. And underneath the vehicle, you can see I've got the transmission supported there on a tall jack stand, and I've been working on the mount for the transmission jack so that I can safely remove the transfer case. I don't know if it's going to show up in the camera here, but there's a hole here which I'm going to mount to. And then on the opposite side, there's one up top there. And I think that's going to work well, give me good support on the transfer case to go ahead and pull it apart. With the exhaust out of here and the half shaft out of here, getting good ability to reach things now. And first thing will be get the transfer case out of here and then drop the tranny. So that's it for the update for the moment. And got to start cleaning tools too. Okay, we're back. And the main thing is I'm going to separate the transfer case off the transmission, and so I've been working on setting up brackets off the transmission jack to support the transfer case, since it's odd shaped and I don't want it twisting on me when I'm trying to get it off of there. So I'll show you the little brackets that I've designed and welded up, and we'll see it in place also. Little welding video here too, that's why I'm adding it. It won't be any machining tonight, and I've got one other thing that we're going to discuss, so I'll bring you back on that. So I'm fabbing up a bracket here. I already got the other one done to hold the transfer case on top of the transmission jack. And I thought I'd show Tactical Keychain's little tie mags is helping me with the setup there. I just got to keep the heat away from them as I get it tacked. That was nice. Let's touch a couple times there, Charlie. Key riced. Okay, well, my little bird drop held, so I can get the magnets out of there at least. Got to do that on camera. Terrible. All right, we're going to try again. See if we can get this thing tacked, and then we can move it around. Nothing. Can't see what the hell I'm doing. Hey, success. Blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. can get it unbolted now and move it around. Well, I don't know if that comes into focus or not. Can't tell. But I'll give myself about a D+. But it's stuck. So I'll show you what this trans mount will look like, or transfer case mount. So here's the brackets that I made for the top of the transmission jack. You can see there's the long version on that side, and then let me go around this way. Over there is the short version. And then what I'm planning on doing is just cutting a couple of wood shims, since I don't have it tight to the transmission, just to block it, to make sure it's not an issue. And then be able to go ahead and unbolt the transfer case and drop it. That's where it is to date. Well, the other thing I wanted to discuss was T-shirts. I got a letter in the mail, and it's from my good buddy Mr. Lipton, Ox Tool. And interesting enough, he sent me my own T-shirt kit. It's pretty cool. You know, I know he's selling T-shirts right now. He's got the link up there, and actually. I have a classic. I have one of the original Ox Tool T-shirts. Yeah, Tom was gracious enough to give this to me back when we met. I don't know, year and a half ago. As you can see, it was folded in my cabinet or rolled up, so it's still clean. But he gave me the build your own T-shirts. So let me cut away and I'll show you my photo. There's my own T-shirt. Of course, I sent that to Tom and said thank you for my T-shirt building kit. As you know, Tom's a prankster, and I love to prank him back whenever I can. But now these are just stickers that he had sent me, and they're really nice. And I'll turn the camera and I'll show you where they ended up, or the one ended up. So you can see just above my surface plate where I work, looks like that's going to be Sticker Alley, and I'm glad to have Tom's sticker there, my good buddy. Okay, guys, let me just add one thing. Support Tom in the drive on the T-shirts. He's a great fella, great friend to all of us, and great instructor, and appreciate it. Well, I thought I'd show a little test. I picked these up the other day, Milwaukee Inksol, and it says clog resistant, writes on dust, wet or oily surfaces. And you can see I've got the green one out of the package here, and we'll put it to test against the old green Sharpie. Pick the green because it's one that I have here that's in fair shape, so it should be a fair test. So you can see this, they went through everything here. It has a hard hat clip, and it's got a clip for a lanyard, and it supposedly will stay usable when it's open for 72 hours. Haven't attempted that, and we won't test that. But let's give it a couple of shots here. So, got the Sharpie against the Milwaukee Inksol. So, they both write. So here's a rusty surface, the Sharpie. Seems to be doing okay. And there is the Inksol. Yeah, they both do okay here. There. Here's an oily surface, the Sharpie. Seems to be doing okay. And the Inksol, that looks okay. Here's a dirty surface. This has got coolant and everything on it. We'll try it right there. That's the Sharpie, kind of smearing. I'll put an S next to it. You can kind of, whoop, gotta get in the camera frame. You can see there, it's kind of smeary. Whoop, knocked it down. Here's the Inksol. Yeah, about the same, if not even a little worse. Looks like old Sharpie might have done a little better job. Get in frame there, Chuck. And it says it writes, got to go down and get it, writes on dusty surfaces. So here's a can, the Inksol. Yeah, nothing special. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here's the Sharpie. Huh. Say the Sharpie's doing a little better. Try it over here. Sharpie on a dirty, dusty surface. Not bad. Huh. The Inksol is kind of losing the battle here. I did use this at work a little bit on writing a couple places, so I don't know if I've tarnished its surface already. And one last thing here. Here's a oily surface on a piece of aluminum. You can actually see the oil. Let me give it a little wipe. And here's the Inksol. Not that great. And here's the old Sharpie. Looks like Sharpie's doing better than the Inksol. Let me just pull a new one out just to give it a little side-by-side test here. Well, maybe I'd already used up that one. The blue seemed to write pretty good there. But one thing I did learn, and I will show you. Let me try to stay in frame there. Neither of them will tolerate the old WD-40. So I was hoping that the Inksol would make the WD-40 test. As you know, I had sent out a couple of these big pilot markers to Tom and to Adam, and I was using it myself, thinking that bluing a big surface, it would work really good. And as Tom showed in a video one day, and as I found out myself, a little WD-40, and you got that color all over your hand. So anyway, that's my little test run on the Milwaukee Inksol. Honestly, I did not pay attention to the cost versus a standard Sharpie, but I think I'll probably stick with Sharpies in the shop. Anyway, hope that's helpful. Thought I would just play around and show you guys. Well, just want to thank everybody for stopping by the channel. I appreciate it. Kind of a mix of things here. Still got a lot of work to do on the Suburban, fixing that rear oil main seal, and you'll probably see some more video on that. But again, thank you, and got to finish up with a little Screwball here at the end. So I want to go back to geometry class my sophomore year. So we're talking about 1969, long time ago. My best friend back then in class hands me a sheet of paper, and that sheet of paper has stuck with me ever since. and it's a if you search, you can search the web. Search the web for "'Twas the Night of the King's Castration," and there was a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that he hand wrote out. Damn if I know where he got this, but it's been around for, I guess, I don't know, 100 years maybe. You search the web, you can find it. There's lots of renditions of this, but it stuck with me, and here we go. And I'll honestly have to clean it up just a little bit. "'Twas the night of the king's castration, 'twas the night of the king's last ball, when all the counts and no accounts stood around Squire's table throwing camel shit, because in those days bullshit was unheard of. When in entered David Ho. Whose hole? Said the king. Why, your asshole, said David. Those words you shall dearly pay, said the king. You shall spend 40 days and 40 nights in the royal dungeon with nothing to eat but water and X-lax. I shall die, said David. You shall shit, said the king, and shit he did, because in those days the king's word was law. Then the king summoned his princess, his queen. Where is that no-account bitch? Does she prefer the puny peanuts of the Prince of Prussia to the dangling donuts of the Duke of Denmark? Why, F her. And F her they did, as 30,000 royal subjects groaned and grunted to follow the king's law. Then in entered David, who slipped on a turd and came in fourth. He flung the turd at random, but random ducked, and the turd hit the king right in the face. Shit, said the king, and shit they did, for in those days the king's word was law. The 30,000 royal subjects grunted and groaned, and did as the king demanded. So, that's my screwiness for the night, guys. And if me and my buddies over the years, and I'm talking, this is a long time, if you say hole, it's always whose hole, and if something happens about third, you slipped on a third, it's gone on for years and years amongst my cohorts around here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by on my Tuesday foolishness, and see you next Tuesday.